everyone. It's the morning of May 14th. I think I will try and seed sometime later today. I have to start with loading the semi-truck with fertilizer out of this straight wall fertilizer bin. It's granular fertilizer, and it is a blend of phosphorus and potash. It'll be roughly 85 gross pounds per acre applied, and the blend works out to about 85% phosphorus to about 15% potash, or roughly 40 actual pounds of phosphorus and 9 actual pounds of potash. I put a little potash on every year because I find it helps give the plant stems some rigidity to stand up to things like extreme weather conditions, or it's prevention of lodging effectively. When the crop is laying flat on the ground, it's awful hard to pick up with the combine or the swather. So having a crop that stands up nice just works out better. I'll bring you back once I've started loading. It'll be rather loud. Fertilizer is pretty noisy in the auger. I realized I made an error saying this fertilizer was phosphorus and potash. It is in fact phosphate and potash. Here's a view of it. You can see some of the pink granules. The pink stuff is potash. Potash from Canada happens to be naturally pink, or slightly red, I suppose. It is also a mixture of clay, which is an inert material to help bind it together, and then phosphate. Just finished filling the truck. You can kind of see the pile there under the auger. See if I can get this stuff loaded into the air drill and get some canola seed in there as well. Well, I'm just getting ready to start loading the air tank here with seed and fertilizer, and I thought I'd give an idea of what exactly it is. There's 3 compartments to the tank, and the center one has more precision metering than the other 2. And I put canola in that one because canola is applied at a very, very modest rate of generally only about 4.2 pounds an acre relative to the 85 pounds an acre I apply of everything else. So as you can see in the bottom, there is a little tiny auger. That is a metering auger. It is driven by a chain from the ground wheel, and as it slowly turns, it augers canola seed out of the tank down into a tube below the tank, which is introduced to an airstream, which is then blown through the tube into the back to the drill, where it goes to that manifold right there, and it is spread out to the rest of the hoses across the drill to secondary manifolds such as that one, and then to hoses again. And those hoses go down to the shanks, which go into the ground. So the seed and fertilizer is then more or less shot into the ground by those shanks, followed by packer wheels, which line the back of the drill. That's more or less how it works. Here's my tractor. Love that thing. There's the truck that I just filled with fertilizer. And there's the canola seed. It comes in 50-pound bags, and that stuff is just ludicrously expensive. I think it's up to about $900 a bag now. It's just nuts. I have started loading fertilizer. I'm on top of the air tank. You can see it flowing down to the bottom of the trailer there. Going up the auger. The pile slowly going down. Coming out of the spout. And into the tank. I'll be filling this compartment with fertilizer right to the top, and then I'll fill that compartment right there. After that, I'll go get the front end loader, and I'll lift up those pallets of seed. Those ones right there. And I'll bring them over to the side and lift the loader up so they're easy to grab, and I'll pick them off the side and I'll start dumping them one by one into that compartment, 50 pounds at a time. Well, I got the rear compartment full of fertilizer. I got it fairly full for doing it all by myself. It's much handier to have somebody at the bottom to close off the chute on the trailer, and then I can shut off the auger at the top once the tank's full. So instead I had to time it until the pile seemed to get quite near the top, and then I had to just frantically slide down the ladders like a fireman and get to the chute and close it off before I either plugged the auger or made a mess, or everything went to pot really. But I got very lucky this time. On to the front compartment now. I'll fill it with fertilizer. Things are happening. Well, I just loaded 10 bags of canola seed into the air tank. You can see the seed is blue. Canola is normally black, but it comes treated with a coating to protect it against insects for its first few days of life. And that's why it's that vibrant blue color. There's the empty bags. I just chucked them over the side. Well, it's the following day. It's the morning of May 15th. Unfortunately, I didn't get to the field last night. I just didn't think it was wise to start a field in the dark. But I finished calibrating the fertilizer metering last night, and now I'm doing the canola metering. See it just trickling out here. Or canola calibration, I should say. Once this is done, I'll be heading to the field, and I'll be seeding canola on the home 3/4 there. Well, I'm out in the field. I stuck the drill in the ground and I'm dragging it along and just checking my depth. So the shank's going through the ground. The seeded fertilizer goes through these tubes, these hoses I should say, through the opener. They get into the ground and it leaves a furrow. It's kind of a V-shaped trough. And these packers roll over it and pack the seed nicely into the ground. You see, that's pretty good moisture. Soft, wet, black dirt. Pretty good seeding conditions. Once I'm confident with the seed depth and the leveling of the toolbar, I'm going to start the headlands. It's the perimeter of the field, and start going north and south. I'm just checking the depth of the seed and fertilizer placement again. These are just beautiful seeding conditions. Couldn't ask for much better. It's very, I don't know if you can tell on the screen, but it's moist but not in mud. It's just perfect. Really, really nice conditions to work with. I'm optimistic about this crop coming up nicely. Look at that beautiful field finish. Doing the perimeter of the field now. I got my dad to drive, so I can use both hands for filming. See some mud sticking on the tires? That's just perfect. Second pass on the outside round. Beautiful field finish. The shanks in this drill are on 7-inch spacing, which is kind of a novelty. You cannot buy a new air drill anymore that still comes with 7-inch spacing. But I like the finish that it makes. Well, I'm up on top of the air tank in the field. Giving you a view of the drill from above in field position. Maybe you can see the fertilizer down there. I've gone and where I haven't. View of the traffic. Just a little more footage of seeding. This is my view from the operator's seat. See the mapping going on in the field. That little blue tractor is me. The green stuff is where I've been. The brown stuff is where I haven't been. Going along at 4 to 4.2 miles an hour. Covering about 18, just a little over 18 acres an hour at this pace. There's my cameras for the air tank. There's lenses in each compartment that show me how much product is left in each. My rear view. See the shanks in the ground there? Putting seed and fertilizer down. Installed this passenger seat last winter thinking at some point somebody might want to ride with me, but as of yet there hasn't been any takers. Covered about 100 acres now of this 300-acre piece. Just a little view down those beautiful straight furrows. That is very visually satisfying. Climbed up here just to make sure the cameras are not lying to me in terms of the level in the tanks. Still see seed in there, that's good. It's not very helpful if you're running the drill without seed in it. It's a costly mistake. As well. I don't know if you can hear the burst of air that comes out. These tanks are pressurized by the fan that's running under the tank. And that fan is what sends the product through the air stream. Now to check the last tank, and I'll keep covering ground. Back to it. Well, I have some issues with the rate application. It put on the canola a little lighter than I'd like it to, so I have to try and figure it out and recalibrate it. As such, the seeding will resume tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more. Thank you.